Hi, I'm Tom Houston, and this is an introductory to chord melody on guitar. The basic principle of it is you want to find the notes that are in a chord, or if the note is not in the chord, then you can take your finger off or add a finger to put the note in there. That also works. So what you want to do is you want to find the notes that are in the chord or alter the chord to fit the notes, and then only strum up to that note. So for example, if the melody note is on the third string, you would strum the given chord only up to the third string, and you wouldn't hit the second and the first string. If the melody note is not in the chord, say the melody note is a C chord and it's on the second string and the string is open, so I would just merely lift my finger off to put the melody note in there. Or let's just say, for example, it's a C chord with a note is the third fret of the second string, then I would put my finger down on the third fret, holding down the rest of the C chord, and strum only up to that note. So once again, you can put a chord wherever there's a melody note that has a note of the chord, or you can alter the chord to fit the melody note. And you can't go past the melody note. Your ear has a tendency of hearing the highest note of the chord as being the melody. So I've chosen orally for our example today, which is also Love Me Tender. Orally, single note. Orally, chord and melody. Okay, so now let's break it down. I've only done the first two lines because you should get the idea after that. So the first melody note is open on the third string and it's a C chord. So I'm going to hold the C chord down, the whole C chord, and I'm going to strum up to the third string. Because my next melody note is on the second string, first fret, which I have my finger on. Now the next melody note is open on the second string, so I lift my first finger off the C chord, which puts that note in there, and I strum up to the second string. And then I put my finger back down on the second string, first fret. So let me play that. Now the next measure is a D chord. All I have to do is hit the D chord because the melody is on the third fret, second string, so I'm going to hit from 4 to 2. Then I'm just going to hit the third string because my first finger is already on the second fret, third string. So let me put that all together. Now the next line is a little bit harder. The G chord, I could hold the whole G chord down, but if I don't play the fifth and the sixth string, then I don't have to hold them down. So that leaves the fourth string open, the third string open, and then I'm going to put my first finger on the first fret of the second string. That's the melody note. And then it's open. Then I'm going to play the second fret, third string, open, fourth string, and then back to open, second string. Now I know this sounds funny to a lot of people. That will sound funny until you play the next note. So let me play it from the beginning. last chord is C, with the melody being on the second string. So one more time. And that's basically it in a nutshell. The second line is the same as the first line. So I've put the melody, the chords on the first and third beat, but you can put them anywhere. If you wanted to put them on the second and fourth beat, you could. That would sound something like this. So it's entirely up to you where you put the chord. Just whatever sounds best to your ear. If you want a copy of the tablature of Love Me Tender, you can email me at thouston1@cfl.rr.com. Now, I've used tablature throughout this whole lesson to make it more accessible to more people, but I really do suggest learning to read musical notation. It's a great tool.